Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Diamond Select Toys, Lord of the Rings Deluxe Gollum. And I got to give a huge shout out to Diamond Select Toys for making this review possible. And it comes in this amazing deluxe style packaging showcasing the figure, the accessories, and here is a close-up of the read-up information. So feel free to pause if you'd like to read it, but let's get Gollum out of the package. Straight out of the package, Gollum comes pre-posed onto this little perching rock, and it looks great. I love the way it looks. The perching rock is nice, thick. It looks good. It looks really good. And then you got the bottom base right there. Just a really well done rock that you could use not only for this Gollum piece, but other things for your background of figure photography and things of that nature. But this looks really awesome. Now, before we dive into Gollum, I want to talk about some bonus items he came with. We get 3 additional arrows to go with Legolas. Legolas doesn't just get extra arrows, but we get 2 of his swords, his elven swords. They're sculpted really nicely. They're painted really well. So it fits those sheaths that he actually had in the back. Now Legolas is complete. Look at that. Beautiful. Here I have Legolas holding one of his swords, and as you can see how it's sort of in his hand, it's not bad. It's not falling out. You have to tuck it in these fingers down below, because if you don't, then what's going to happen is it's loose. Now, the reason it's loose is because technically his bow is what the hands are sort of designed for, and you can see that the handle and the bow and everything, the thickness isn't the same. These are a lot thinner. The final bonus accessory we get is Gimli's axe. I didn't really need this, but I guess if you're trying to keep true to the character, you wanted it. But we get another axe. When it comes to Gimli holding his new axe, you can see I'm shaking him, and he holds it nice and taut. Keep in mind it's thicker at the bottom and it tapers. So therefore, if you shift it out of spot, this thing's going to be floppy and fall out. It's not the same design as, say, one of the bigger axes that has a consistent thickness throughout. One of the alternate heads that we get with Gollum is this like side-eye and Smeagol looking head sculpt. It's definitely a really well done head sculpt. The eye is definitely looking to the side, like being all sus. And they did a really good job with like the paints and the reds and stuff like that. Now with all the head sculpts, what is missing is definitely his little stringy hair. But that's basically the only thing that seems to be missing from Gollum's head sculpts. We also received the angry Gollum head. He's just raging out. The final head sculpt that we get that comes equipped on Gollum straight out of the package is the Smeagol looking head, and it's the more friendlier looking head, and it's done really, really well. I just love the sculpt work that they put into these head sculpts. They look like they took them straight out of the movie. Again, the heads are missing the little strains of loose hair, but it's still a really amazing likeness that they captured with Gollum. Gollum comes with a pair of jazz hand open palm hands equipped. Gollum comes with 2 pairs of gripping hands, and I put one of each on the figure so you can see which ones they are. So you got a full grip on this hand, and we got a more daintier clawy looking grip on this side. Now I did save Gollum's one hand that he comes with. It's a solo hand, and I saved the best for last, in my opinion. We get ourselves Gollum holding his precious, and it is really well done. The ring is painted gold, and you could just get some amazing poses and shots of Gollum obsessing over his precious. We get 2 identical fish that are painted really well in this green with the yellow eyes, the pink in the mouth, silver bellies. They got a nice pearlescent sheen to them. Just done really, really well. Here we have an up-close look at Gollum, and that Smeagol head is awesome. He almost has like a little slimy shine to it, to the whole figure, honestly. It's just a really cool looking style that they went with. I like the pink in the ears and stuff. They washed all over his body, giving him a little bit of filth. The back has his scarring from when he was like getting tortured and everything. The spine protruding through the back. Just looking really good. We got the loincloth. This is a harder plastic. And that even has like a heavy wash or dry brushing on it because you got 2 tones of brown there. Arms are sculpted nicely. The hands all gangly. And we get into his chest area, you know, his neck and everything. That's all sculpted pretty nice. Let's get it to focus a little bit better there. Got his little belly button. More tattered up here. He's got some poo on his knees, crawling around in the mud. And then we got his like big old feet. Big old hobbit feet. Sculpted again nicely. I just like how they added a wash throughout. This figure is pretty nice. Very small. It's quite a small figure, but Gollum was small as he was a hobbit, and it's just a really, really creepy and cool looking figure. And here we dive into articulation, but before we dive into articulation, I did want you to see how he sort of stands. Since he's pre-posed on that stone, it feels like his legs are a little bit bowed a little bit, but you're not going to really have your Gollum standing straight up. I mean, he never really walked normal. So he was always hunched over and sort of crawling on the ground. But articulation-wise, head can do a full 360. He can look up that far. He can look down that far. A little bit of gappage on the back, but not something super noticeable. Like he could do full-on left and right. It's just the way his head is all hunched over. So lots of attitude you can get out of here. His arms can go up pretty much almost to a full T-pose. We get single jointed elbows. They pivot at the elbow, which, I mean, you get, look at all that. That's plenty of articulation for this guy with posing up. Like his arm or his wrist can rotate. He's got the bends in his hands. So get some really good poses. We get the ball here for the ab. And that's pretty much sort of pre-pose. You can get him to go back that far, but that's the ab crunch right there. His legs are on the little, I mean, you can see his little strip there, but he's got normal looking thigh cuts and everything, like, or not thigh cuts, but hips. He has the normal hips, not the other Diamond Select style hips that hopefully will get replaced. We got the single jointed knees, but it pivots at the knee. We get the ankle pivot, and we get bend. So a lot of articulation on this guy. There's no like thigh cuts, but I can do without. I mean, yeah, you can do without, really, especially since the knees can pivot and all that stuff. But articulation wise, you get plenty of articulation out of this small figure. For a size comparison, we got ourselves Legolas and Gimli, and you can see how tiny Gollum is and how skinny he is compared to these other figures. You can also get Gollum all posed up with a little bit of sticky tack. You could just have him chomping on a fish. Diamond Select Toys did it again, knocked another character from the Lord of the Rings line out of the park. Sure, could add the droopy little hair, but honestly, you don't even notice it unless somebody mentions it. This is Gollum that's packed full of accessories. It is a beautiful and well-deserved deluxe labeled figure. I love this figure. I love the Lord of the Rings line. I'm having a blast with it. They look amazing. They pose pretty damn well. Like Gollum actually poses some of the best because he can get all hunched over and just all creepy and crawly. This figure is great. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, get it. If you're into like some creepy little like goblin creatures that you want for some like horror setup, get them. It is a solid release by Diamond Select, and that sums up my unboxing and review of Diamond Select's Lord of the Rings Deluxe Gollum. If you guys are enjoying my content, go ahead and hit that like button. New to my channel, hit that subscribe button as it helps the channel evolve and grow. Make sure you hit the silver bell notification if you want to alert when I post up a new video, and always go check out Diamond Select's information, their YouTube channel. Their website's down below, so if you want to pick up any of these figures or you want to just check out and stay in the know with what is coming out, definitely check them out. All the information's down below. And most importantly, I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.